We're FYNX. It's FYNX. I'm Eric.
I'm Yusuf, or YME.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet and start FYNX?
Let's see.
I found him on Tinder.
Yeah, we were swiping through Tinder, and I found him, and I just had to get him. I don't. Wait, stop! Shut up.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but we met through my sister, who was friends with him. They met at a concert, and then somehow I found him.
Somehow
I was informed about him.
He was doing like DJing and stuff at the time. I
was producing.
Yeah,
but
and doing like his style was like really different, and I was in a band and I was making like this like indie rock music stuff, and like we were both like looking for more, I guess, and then like this is so romantic. We found each other.
Of love
yeah, we found each other, and like he showed me beats, and like he needed someone that could sing and stuff to like be on his beats and stuff, and then we just started working together, and we made things together, and yeah, we worked well together.
But tell me about your single Kerosene. It came out earlier this month. What was that process like? Choosing that song to be your first single.
We had so many beforehand that we were like thinking like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the one, this is gonna be the one. And then like he sent me the beat, and he titled it Kerosene when he sent it to me, and I was like, okay, that's tight. And I kind of just like wrote the song around that, and we made so many changes, not only to the beat, but like I wrote the vocals for that song like way too many times. I think I rewrote the song like 5 times. We did so much to it, and it was just, we knew that like that was the one. It took us so many different times to like in the studio all day, like for hours and hours and hours, but like we finally did it.
Making the beat was a great time though, because like I learned a lot about like production.
Yeah.
Making that, because like I never really like used vocal samples in my beats. I was always purely just sounds.
Yeah.
But I want to put something different, since it was like our first single. Kerosene sounded nothing like the way it did before.
Yeah,
it sounded nothing like the way it did before. I had a version of it, and I didn't really like it. I was like, nah, this is not fitting it. Then I made a brand new version, and I sent it to him, and he was like, the first thing he said was, oh, there was always a lot of things you could do with it, so that's good. Like, he didn't give a fuck about it. Like, he was like, yeah, it's good.
So basically, it evolved a lot, and we're really happy the way it turned out. I'm like so really proud of it.
Yeah.
Do you feel like knowing you were gonna release it was like the reason that you kept rewriting it and kept working on it? Because you were like, because you have like, I mean, I've seen like your library of
We've
beats.
given up on a lot of songs.
Yeah,
like,
we did.
Like this one, I mean, what was the process like? Was it hard, like knowing you were gonna release it? Like, oh shoot, this is our first like thing that everyone's gonna hear.
Yeah, there were
setting the baseline.
There were definitely moments where I would like listen to it, and like especially when we had just like bad recording days and like nothing sounded good. There were really moments that we were just like, oh my god, whatever, let's just not do this, let's do a different one, whatever. But like we were really like determined on that one, and I'm really glad that we did, because
it just like we had a bunch of songs we were gonna do as a single, like he said, but this one kind of felt different, because like all the other songs, you know, were like, I'm not saying our songs are basic, but like but we had like basic like trap, basic like hip-hop.
It really taught us to like really like try and like no matter how many songs we make, we'll like, even if it means like scrapping like a lot of songs, it's worth it to like find the right exact one that's like worth putting our time into.
We want to make all our songs as different as possible. Yeah, that's what you should do as an artist.
Yeah. Like
make your songs stand out from everyone else's.
Don't get too used to.
Don't like ride someone else's train if you're going down the same track. Pause.
Okay, pause.
Yeah. So you guys, I know one of the bands that you guys like is Chase Atlantic. So they always talk about, like when I interviewed them, they were like, oh well, we don't really fit into one genre. So what do you guys think about genre, and like, I know, like, who are some of your inspirations, and how do they kind of
I love this question.
Come into what FYNX is?
It's a lot of like really different stuff. It goes from I mean, I was raised on like straight like metal, but like it went from like classic metal to like death metal and stuff. And then
metal.
I feel like metal. And then I really found my love for like hip hop and like rap and stuff like that, and that really influenced it. So I guess like it was that blend of the two that was kind of like what makes it now. That's why like what we have so far and what we're planning to release is like they're all really different from each other, and like you'll see that soon. That I think genre is like, I think it's a really like outdated thing where it's like no one really wants to stick to one thing, because it's like music's an art form and you really want to explore every piece of that art form, not just one little like one color, you know.
Yeah,
that was cute. The color thing was cool.
That was cute. That was cute. Like Eric said, he grew up on like metal and stuff. I come from like a totally different background. Like I grew up mainly like listening to like old school hip hop, and like kind of just had a big love for hip hop in general. That's what kind of made me want to start producing. I mean, I had a love for rock too and stuff, but hip hop kind of hit me different.
It hit different.
That shit hit different.
I would say like my biggest influence, I mean my influences change all the time.
Me too.
And I think since I listen to so much different music, that's why our music will always sound different, because I'll always be influenced like by different things at different times. Right now, especially for Kerosene, Chase Atlantic was a big influence on us. And Linkin Park will always be a huge influence for both of us, just because they were like a perfect example of the blend of hip hop and rock that didn't sound like corny.
So you talk about like your influences and like how you grew up, and you're saying like hip hop, you know, is really what stuck with you. So like, how do you think you want your music to affect your generation, or like even the next generation?
People to like remember like our sound and like what we did.
Yeah, I really
like,
emotional.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to sound cliche.
That was really like,
I want you to remember. I want people to. I think I want to continue this evolution of music where it becomes that metal artists are rapping and rappers are like shredding guitars and stuff, where it's like people like A$AP Rocky will put out like indie rock songs and stuff, and like I really want to like evolve that, but like still maintain your sound and still maintain like who you are, but I want to leave that impact where it's like people can feel more like open to trying new things, especially like not even only with music, but I mean like just in life, just like not being so scared of like doing different things because of what people will think, you know.
I think as cliche as it sounds,
that is pretty cliche though.
Yeah, as cliche as it sounds, literally you've heard this a million times, but follow your dreams, because like you never know what could happen.
No,
like everything happens like in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter who's the people you know, or like what you've done or what you did. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
No matter what, like, you know, people come and go like that. So it's like you gotta like find yourself and like what you love to do. Like,
shit, snap.
You can't snap?
No, I can't snap. I can't snap.
I forgot. But shut
oh
up.
no.
Shut up.
Sorry.
But I think like I want to leave that impact of like you could do anything you want.
Yeah.
That's what I want people to get from our music. Like no matter what you want to do, you can do it.
Yeah,
kind of like making people feel like they have superpowers or something.
Yeah,
like, you just do
exactly.
it. Like nowadays, music is like, you know, like a lot of people want to do music. So I guess like it's inspiring in one way, but it's also like, what are the odds that I'll make it because like so many other people are doing it? But like, you look at us and like we're like two teenagers that just make music, and it's like we're not gonna give up because like that's just like that's all we know, you know. And I want people to like really put their all into like what they make, and like
real talk.
Yeah.
Have you guys gotten some good feedback like since Kerosene's been out? Like people asking for more, or like what's that been like? I mean, I don't know, like in school or like wherever you go, has there been a reaction? I mean,
no, definitely. People like love it, and I'm surprised by how much people love it. I'm surprised at how much I love it. Like I bump it too much.
Yeah, me too.
But no, people really like it, and I'm glad. It's kind of like nerve-wracking, just because it's like then people are expecting a lot from your second song, you know, because that's really where it's like the tiebreaker of like, was that like a good first song, and the next one will be like, and then like that's where they really make their decision. But it's like, it makes us even more determined than the last one, because we really want to show everyone like, yeah, like this is us, like we're this is it. It's just a lot of fun. I love hearing people listen to it, and we get videos of like people listening to it in the car and stuff like that, and like just people like jamming it in their bedroom and stuff. And it's like, it's so cool, because it's like we made something that can be into someone else's life, or like inspire someone else, because then they're like, yo, my friend just made a song, let me make a song.
Exactly.
You know? It's
yeah.
something like that.
The inspiration.
Yeah.
It's just crazy for me, because like I live in a town where like people don't really like know me that much, because I'm not really that poppin' where I live, but like
Spend too much time in the studio.
yeah,
No, for real.
Yeah, I spend way too much
Actually,
time inside. I spend way too much time inside. But like I had a lot of people telling me, like hitting me up on like DMs and stuff, like, how come you only have like 500 followers? Like
For real, like they're not expecting it.
There's some people that like, they're telling me there's people, they live where I'm at, who have like 10,000 followers, and they can't even produce something like as remotely as good as Kerosene.
Ooh,
like,
hello.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
hello.
Hello. Thank you for the shade.
That must be like a crazy feeling to be like compared to like the people that you see as like more established.
Oh yeah, no, that's crazy. Someone told me, because I showed like my boys the song before it even came out, which I shouldn't have, but I did. And I showed them, and they were like, one of my boys told me that he was like, oh dude, it like really reminds me of The Weeknd, and like he said that, and I was just like, oh my god. Like I went home and I was
You
like,
skipped
dude.
like 10 levels and you went all the way up there.
It was
like,
straight.
He just
to
went
The
home, like
Weeknd.
laid down for a
I
second.
was like,
and
I am The Weeknd.
I was like, at that point we made it. At that point, we made it.
That's the point where it's
and that's
like,
only the first song.
exactly.
So you just like, you never know like where it's gonna hit next.
Yeah.
Who would you want to collab with in the future?
Oh my god. Okay.
Like your number one person.
Okay, number one right now. It's between Kendrick Lamar and The Weeknd.
I was gonna say
The
Kendrick.
Weeknd is by far one of my favorite vocalists. He's one of my biggest like vocal inspirations and influences, and like the lyrics that I write and my melodies and stuff. Kendrick Lamar just spits so good. Like he's definitely like by far the best rapper of our generation.
Yeah, I was about to say Kendrick is the best rapper of our generation.
Yeah, he's definitely
fight me.
he's one of the reasons I got into hip hop and stuff like that. So definitely him, Kendrick. I would love to make a song with Billie Eilish. I think our voices together would
You're
be
taking all my answers right now. Yeah, for me, apart from what he said, literally everyone that he said, but for me, I think the person I'd love to collab with is definitely like Post Malone.
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
He is so versatile with anything.
Yeah, he's a big inspiration for me as to like doing like what we do, which is like one song will be like super like trappy, and then the next song will be like just straight like acoustics.
Like if you listen to like Too Young and then listen to like Over Now, it's like
yeah.
Who is this? Like the same person.
So
it's like crazy.
It really sets a good example. It's like you can like make it by making like one like you're rapping, one you're like playing guitar and just singing and stuff.
Like
so
I don't really fuck with country, but Post Malone saying country, I'm on that.
Where can people check you out?
Okay. Do you want to do?
All right, let me start.
There you go.
IG, FYNX
Instagram.
Music, at FYNX Music.
Yeah, FYNX Music. That's like our name on everything. Actually,
Yeah,
it's
Twitter, at FYNX
YouTube,
Music.
Twitter,
YouTube.
Instagram. I think that's it. It's just FYNX Music everywhere, even on YouTube.
Yeah.
Our songs are on all. Kerosene is on all platforms. All our songs will be on all platforms. Yeah, just search Kerosene and FYNX, and we'll be there. Yeah.
I'm so stupid.
All right, guys. Thank you
Thank
for watching
you.
this interview. We'll
Thank
talk
you.
to you later.
Thank you.